Hey Sarah, good afternoon. Hey, I was just wondering, it's already been 2 weeks since you moved into that house. Are you all settled in? How are you holding up?
Oh, hey, Arlene. Good of you to call. Surprised that anybody was keeping track of it. Thanks.
Oh, yeah. Well, our kids are about the same age and will probably be going to the same school.
I'm a bit settled in, but still getting used to the place. But I did get a feeling for the neighborhood and a good idea where all the shops are, especially the supermarket.
Oh, yeah? You do all your shopping, huh?
Excuse me?
Well, you live in that huge house. I figured you'd have a maid or two to do all the grocery shopping and cleaning around the house.
Yeah, right. Well, I am planning on hiring a gardener and someone to do the house maintenance when it's needed, but no maid at the moment. I plan to do all the cooking and cleaning and anything else that needs to be done.
Oh, really? I see. I didn't realize you had such a working class mentality.
Are you serious? Working class mentality? Seems a bit rude.
Oh, please. I was only kidding. Don't take it literally.
I'm sorry, I really have to get back to work.
Don't tell me you also work. Yeah, right. I've never seen you leave the house for work or anything.
I work at home. Online. With all the technology now, you really don't have to leave your home. Things have really changed in the last few years.
Is that right? I thought you were just a regular housewife. I see. So you're working.
Okay, like I said, I really have to be getting back to work. Goodbye!
All right then. Talk to you again.
Hello, Arlene? Do you have a little time?
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, my son Carl. He was saying something weird today, and I was just wondering...
Yeah, Carl. What about him?
I hope you're not offended by what I'm about to say, but I had to make sure I had it right. Could you verify something for me?
Oh, yeah. Okay. What is it?
Again, I'm just trying to confirm something, so don't take it the wrong way. Are you seeing James? Like, just the two of you meeting somewhere?
Huh? Why do you ask?
You know that your house is on the way from my son's school, right? Carl said he saw James going into your house on several occasions.
Oh, I see. So he saw him, huh? Well, I suppose if there's a witness, there's no use in denying it. Yep, that's right. Your son isn't mistaken.
I have been meeting with your husband James on numerous occasions.
And I have to admit, it's very... how can I put this? A mature, adult relationship, if you get my meaning.
You're not serious.
I am. And we've been seeing each other quite a few times. You've probably noticed that he's been out quite a bit recently.
Yes, I certainly noticed that. It hasn't been his normal everyday routine recently. Now I see what's going on.
Ever since I saw him when you were first moving in, well, I had my eye on him.
Excuse me?
The reason why I sent you that line message was just a ploy to get acquainted and be a little closer to James. Worked out nicely in my opinion. I really have to thank you for acting as our matchmaker, if you will.
Hold on a second. Arlene, you're forgetting something, aren't you? You're married, if I remember correctly.
Yes, that's right. But my husband is away on a business trip. No, not really a trip, though. He's working out of state for about a year now. That's why I was able to make my home our little love nest, if you will.
Let me get this straight. You're married, but you have no qualms about having a fling? What in God's name were you thinking?
Oh, having a fling? It's nothing of the sort. You don't understand, Sarah. We're in love. We're both in agreement. We both want this. No one is having a little fling. This is the real deal.
What I'm saying is it's not what a married woman would do.
What can I say? We are in love. There's nothing we or anybody else can do about it.
You're being totally illogical. You can't just say you're in love and that's it.
There's nothing to worry about. All you have to do is divorce him and I'll marry him. Everyone's happy, right?
You are totally demented. Besides, there is no use talking with you. Anyway, let me ask you a little about James. I may even have to force you guys to stop seeing each other. This isn't over.
Oh my, did I anger you? If it's about compensation, don't worry about that. I'll pay for that, no problem. And as for James, he's staying over at my house tonight, so he won't be home for dinner or breakfast.
Let me just ask you one thing. Why James? Why did you target him?
It's obvious, isn't it? What does a woman want from a guy the most? Money, of course. His high annual salary, and he's certain not lacking in that department.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, maybe I talked a little too much, so may as well tell you.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Your husband makes $500,000 a year, and I did the deed with him. So just hurry up and divorce him and forget about the whole thing.
Okay. $500,000 a year? What the hell are you talking about? Where did that come from?
Okay, see ya.
Oh, sorry about that. Didn't realize you had lined me since last night. I had my phone in my briefcase. Didn't notice it until now. Sorry. You messaged me a bunch of times, I see. Is it urgent?
Urgent? Are you nuts, James? Of course it's urgent. Do you realize what you've done?
Huh? What is it? Are you pissed about something?
Oh no, I'm not pissed, dear. Of course I am! What the hell were you thinking? Where the hell are you anyway?
I'm at my girlfriend's place. The one I recently started seeing.
Are you talking to Arlene?
Huh? You know about her, sis?
Yeah, I got it straight from the horse's mouth.
Oh, I see. Oh, well... Now that you know, I'm going out with Arlene. As you already know. So I don't know why I'm telling you. I know your kids go to the same school as hers. But I would appreciate it if you would not make a big fuss about it.
What is it with you, James? You seem so blasé about it.
Huh? Really? I think I'm actually acting pretty normal.
You do realize that she's a married woman.
Huh? Say again?
I'm saying that this Arlene of yours, she's got a husband.
Excuse me? You're kidding, right?
By your reaction, I can tell that you had no inkling.
I know she has 2 kids, but I figured she was a single mom. She never mentioned a husband.
She said her husband is working out of state. At least for a couple of years, it seems.
You're not serious.
What's Arlene doing now?
She's still asleep.
How about her kids? Where are they?
She has the kids stay at her folks' place when I stay over, so they're not here at the moment.
Okay, I see. Just act normally and don't say that I called or that you know she has a husband. Just do as you usually do and come straight home. I know you probably have some affection for her, but we have to do something. For now, just get home and we'll discuss what we'll be doing going forward.
Okay. Yeah, sis. See you later then.
Sarah, are you there? Where is James? Do you have him locked up at home? Where is he? I haven't been able to contact him the last couple of days. What have you done with him? Just because he chose me over you? That doesn't give you the right to come between our love. You're really playing dirty, you know that, Sarah.
Lock him up? Are you serious? I don't have some weird fetish to lock my little brother up in his room.
Huh?
Huh?
What do you mean, little brother?
Yeah, my little brother James. I call him Jimmy, actually.
Huh? Hold it a second. You're telling me he's not your husband?
Jimmy, my husband? Are you serious? My husband died 3 years ago. So that $500,000 that you had your eye on? I'm sorry to break it to you, but that annual salary can't be my husband's. Obviously.
You're making this up, right?
And no way Jimmy has that kind of annual salary.
You're kidding, right? Then who is it that has the $500,000 annual salary?
Maybe you're thinking of our grandfather who recently passed away?
Your grandfather?
You might remember that there was an old man living here alone before we moved in.
Yes, I do recall there was someone living there, but I didn't give it much thought.
That was our late grandpa. Or, more accurately, he was my husband's father. When he was alive, he was a pretty well-established real estate owner. And he bought and sold property all around the state, even some out of state. I was told he made close to $500,000 a year. Before he passed away recently, he divided up the inheritance and he drew up a will that would leave an equal amount to all family members. As for this house, he left the house to my husband and I, then to me, since my husband passed away 3 years ago.
Oh, so does that mean... That means you, Sarah, you're the sole owner of that huge house?
That's right.
You're not serious, are you?
Luckily, my grandfather knew that I would be able to maintain the house financially, and he knew that his son cherished the place. It had a lot of memories, so he left the house to me. After my father retired from his company, we all moved into this house. Me, my son Carl, my younger brother James, and my folks. The 5 of us live here now.
I can't believe this! James never mentioned all of this. So there was no reason to even take James from you.
Yeah, I was wondering why you were so adamant about going out with my brother. When I told him that you were married and that your husband was working out of state, he was pretty shocked. He had no idea that you were married. He thought you were just a single mom. As a matter of fact, you told him that, right? He feels he was duped into the relationship. So, I would appreciate it if you would leave my brother alone. He wants nothing to do with you.
Just out of curiosity, what kind of annual income does James have?
Well, considering his age, probably average.
Oh, really? Well, if that's the case, no thanks. I want nothing to do with him. Goodbye. Hey, Sarah, what's the meaning of this? Did you spill the beans about my little affair with James to my husband?
Yes, told him all about it. Actually, not exactly me. It was James. He told him directly.
Are you serious? He just went ahead and told him everything. Has he totally lost his mind?
Well, you know, my brother just couldn't let that pass. He felt he'd been conned. He simply couldn't let it go. I remember that you told me where your husband worked, so I told him. And then after he asked around and found out where to contact him, my brother felt bad about the whole affair. He didn't think you were married. He needed to apologize to your husband and told him everything that happened. He had to get it off his chest is what he had to do.
What the hell was he thinking? You know what happened because of his stupidity? My husband divorced me. That's what happened. Are you guys happy now?
Oh, is that so? That's really too bad.
And what's more, I lost custody to my child, and now I have to pay compensation as well as educational support.
Oh, yeah? Really sorry to hear that. Well, I guess it was your fault. I wish you luck.
Excuse me? What's with the attitude? Don't you even feel a little remorse for what you did? You ruined my life! I have no family now. What the hell am I going to do now?
Remorse? No. Not a bit. It was all of your making. Because of your dumb little mistake, my brother was used like some toy and tossed away. How do you think he feels? He is my brother, and I love him, and I would do anything to protect him. You should be the one having remorse. The whole family is worried about my brother's mental stability. He was really hurt. Did you even stop to think about that? After he talked to your husband and confessed to what he did, he has finally come to grips with this whole mess. So I would appreciate it if you would just butt out and leave our family alone.
You can't talk to me that way. I was going to allow him to get back with me. Don't come crying to me later on because I will simply ignore him. I have way more important things to do.
What the hell are you talking about? You really think my brother would go back to you? You conned him into this because you thought you'd get rich. You didn't give 2 cents about him. He would never go back to a conniving, money-grubbing little witch like you. You show your face in front of us again, you'll regret it.
How dare you say such a...
I hear you had to promise that you would never come near your family again. Isn't that what your husband demanded of you? If that's the case, the same goes for our family. Please, get lost.
You people are evil! I was going to live with my parents, but they cut all ties with me. I'm alone, completely alone. What have you done to me? I have to work to pay child support. How can I do that alone? Isn't there one person in this whole world that will be on my side?
I really don't want to hear this crap any longer. Please get lost. I heard that Arlene never really worked much, just some part-time jobs here and there over the years. And now she is forced to work and pay child support all by herself. Well, it's all of her making. But after all that, she failed to admit her guilt. She finally found a live-in job at a family-run restaurant. It went okay for a while, until she started making moves towards the owner's son. She apparently tried her con game again, but the owner found out and fired her. On top of that, the owner pressed charges, and she was forced to pay compensation. By all accounts, the son was married. When I heard that, I just shook my head in dismay. But she wasn't finished just yet. Evidently, she borrowed money from some shady loan agency and, not surprisingly, got into trouble again. I later heard she came crying back to her ex-husband, apparently fearing for her life. But she soon realized she was no longer able to contact anybody. I never heard what happened to her after that.
Hey, have you seen the new colleague yet?
No. Did you not see him during the hiring process?
I was trying to work on those documents on my own. It has been hell here without Julie.
I know. How is she feeling though? I am sure it is terrible to find out that your child has serious health conditions after you have just given birth. I heard they said it might be SCID.
As in severe combined immunodeficiency?
Yes. Just keeping him alive is going to be so hard on her financially and emotionally. Especially now that she has quit on short notice. You two worked so well together.
I hope my new coworker will at least be half as good as she was. I have been trying to do all the work alone, but I am just one person. And I am married. I also have to have time for my husband.
Speaking of, I see Parker coming through. I saw him when he was interviewing.
His name is Parker? How is he?
Confident, it appears. But I will let you be the judge of that. You are the communications specialist after all.
As if this day could not get any worse.
Why? Was your coworker not a good person?
I know him. I went to school with him. Why is the universe doing this to me?
Girl, Mercury is in retrograde. It might mean you have to confront your past trauma.
You know I do not believe in astrology. No, I do not want to deal with my childhood bully right now. I have buried all of that behind me and reinvented myself. He cannot just come in here and act as if nothing happened. In my workplace.
I do not know. What will you do? And also, he bullied you? He does not look like a bully at all.
Do not fall prey to his charming looks, Kayla. He is a snake. He is the boy who would steal my money, call me names, and make me a social outcast at school. I was already shy enough, but he took it to the next level with his bullying. Sometimes he would wait for me around the corner of my house.
Did he ever lay his hands on you?
Once, when I tried to stand up for myself, he and his buddies hit me. I had to lie that I ran into a pole. Then, there was the time when people were going to prom. They put a fake invitation to prom from my crush. I thought it was real, so I went up to talk to him only to embarrass myself.
Why did you not tell your parents?
They were stressed enough as it is. At home, it was not so easy for me to speak out. So yeah, seeing him today made me feel true fear that I have not felt in years.
You must do something about it. Surely, you reported an incident that could be on his record, which you can use to get him fired.
I wish, but my hands are tied.
Tell me, when you feel unsafe.
Hello, Naomi.
Who is this?
Your old friend, Parker.
Who gave you my personal number? If it is work-related, you can contact me on our work portal. You are disturbing me during family time.
I just wanted to catch up. I thought you would finally agree to speak to me via text, as you have been avoiding me. I heard you were married. I never would have guessed.
You know why I have been avoiding you. Leave me alone.
Come on, we are not kids anymore. Is this because of the minor misunderstandings we had as kids?
You tying my shoes together before my debate was a minor issue? Or are you leaking my texts with my best friend? You might have ruled in high school, but no more. This is my workplace, and I do not fear you.
Please, I was sure that you would be a lot less rigid these days. We will be working together for a very long time after all.
Leave me alone.
A few of us are going for after-work drinks tomorrow. Come through so we can bury the hatchet.
I do not drink, and leave me the hell alone. I got a warning from HR, apparently for verbal abuse.
What?
Your favorite coworker reported me for verbal abuse after he spilled coffee on my files and I swore at him. You should have seen him, shaking and saying that it made him feel unsafe.
What did HR say?
A verbal warning and an apology to him. Why can I not wake up from this nightmare?
Maybe if you decided to try and fix things with him, you two would work a lot smoother.
No, I do not want to fix things with him or forgive him. It took me years to stop having panic attacks in public if someone even dared to look at me.
Sorry, friend. Maybe you should tell your husband. I think he might be able to do something.
That is what people want. For me to exercise my privilege so they have something to say about me.
I do not know what you can do. I wish I could help.
I know. I really know. Hi. Have you seen my flash drive? It is pink in color.
You still like pink? I remember that time you poured pink lemonade all over your books.
You did that. Have you seen it?
Someone came to fetch it. said you had sent her to bring it to you.
I never sent anyone to fetch it.
I do not know then, but you took the flash drive.
You cannot give out information just to anyone. There is sensitive information in that flash drive. Did you learn anything in college? Our rivals could have sent someone to retrieve our sensitive info, and you gave it to them.
You must have backups.
That was sensitive client info. The only person with backup is my superior. Now I have to either find the flash drive or take responsibility for it.
I am sorry, Naomi. Why did I not get paid for those extra hours I worked?
You are asking the wrong person. I do not work in finance.
Are you punishing me for that flash drive?
You get paid for the hours that you clock in. You have been arriving 30 minutes late for over a week. Do you think that it was not going to affect you? You are lucky you did not get fired. It is your first month here. Can you act professionally?
There you are, degrading me once again, despite the verbal warning that you got.
Are you threatening me?
I am doing no such thing, but all I am saying is that you are treating me unfairly. I do not think that I can handle that.
There he is, the bully that I know. I have been here before you came to work here, and I shall be here afterward. Do not forget that.
Damn, girl! This does not seem to be your year. What is going to happen now?
I have to go in front of the executives and explain the situation, but I might get fired.
But Parker was responsible for that.
He is saying that he knew nothing. I have been working here for longer, so I should know better.
But you could never get fired over that.
He has turned everyone in the office against me, and now they think I am a traitor to the company.
Most of them are just bitter because your father-in-law owns the company. That is all. They just want to see you leave because it will make them feel like you do not get special treatment. When in fact, you work harder than all of them.
If only everyone felt the same way.
Girl, you need to fight for yourself. I get that you try to be humble and follow protocol, but this man has brought you so much pain into your life and continues to do so with each passing day that he spends here.
I know what I have to do. I didn't want to, but yeah.
A deal with the devil. Are you prepared? Your father-in-law is not your biggest fan.
I am sure I will be able to handle him. Wish me luck. Hi, can we talk?
What is it?
I can come over to the house. It is something very important.
I am out of town till the end of next week. Is it work-related, or has something happened to Sam?
Sam is fine. It is work-related.
I am on a break. I cannot get involved in work politics. You know better than that. Even if you are my daughter-in-law, we cannot make exceptions. You are the one who has turned down countless promotions because you want to stick to your rules. There is no use breaking them now.
I am sorry to be disturbing you, Father, but it is an emergency. I am sure that you have heard about what our rivals did, and how I am being blamed for it.
You left sensitive information lying around. You are irresponsible. I cannot do anything about it.
I know, but what they failed to let you know was that my coworker, Parker, was the one who allowed the spy to take the flash drive. The woman lied to him, and he let her take it. But Parker and I have a history. I think he knew what was going on and decided to give her the flash drive so that I would get fired.
What sort of history do you two have?
It is a long story.
Tell me everything, or I will not be able to help you.
Parker bullied me at school, to the point where I had anxiety attacks as well as depression. He lowered my self-esteem and took every chance to hurt me physically and emotionally.
He hit you?
Yes, once, but I do not think that he has changed.
If only we had known that this was the sort of person we were hiring. We cannot have someone with such a history working here.
I know that I am not your favorite, but I need your help to find out if he was involved in leaking the sensitive info.
He does appear to have the motive. My son loves you and holds you in high regard. Therefore, I will help you, not because of my connection to you through my son, but because I cannot lose another good employee.
Thank you.
Your hearing is tomorrow. How are you feeling?
Nervous. I feel like I am going to choke. At least Sam came home from his trip last night. He has been so supportive. He says that if his dad cannot do anything, that he will.
Now, that is love. Does Sam have any single friends who are just like him?
You need to come to hang out with us more. Maybe your Prince Charming is among his friends. Kayla, I do not know if I will be able to sleep tonight.
What did your father-in-law say?
He has been quiet. You know that he likes to keep his cards close to his chest. We will have to wait and see.
What sort of witchcraft did you use? You were not supposed to know that I was part of the rival company.
Your first mistake was forgetting that I have always been 10 times smarter than you. You used to belittle me so much because I lacked physical strength. You forgot just how clever I am.
Are you sleeping with the boss? Is that it? It is just like you, weak and pathetic, sleeping your way to the top.
You can say what you want to say about me, but we are in the real world now, not the playground where you used to push my face into the dirt. I have power here. Your tricks do not work. On your way out, make sure to take that hideous wallpaper with you.
You think you have won? Have you not? You could change your hair, dress better, and have a fancy job title, but you are still ugly, Naomi. You are 30 years old, but you do not even have a child. I do not blame your husband. I am sure that he does not want to mix his genes with a lowly life form like you.
This lowly life form has a job. Do you think after you confessed which company sent you, they are going to take you back? You are so lucky that we are not pressing charges.
You think that you are so smart, right? That you have gotten rid of me? But if you want to protect your little friend Kayla, you will tell your father-in-law to give me my job back.
What do you mean?
Did she not tell you? She and I had so much fun the other night when we went out for drinks.
When was this?
Several weeks ago. How do you think I knew which flash drive had all the sensitive info? I even managed to squeeze out information on what your timetable was. She did not tell you?
My goodness. What the hell?
You slept with him? It was weeks ago, and I regretted it.
Well, it seems like you led him right to the flash drive so that he could screw me over. When were you planning to tell me?
I am sorry, okay? I could not tell you, but I started to suspect that he was not here for the right reasons. That was why I had to convince you to ask for help from your father-in-law. I am really sorry, and I truly regret it. He did so many horrible things to you, but he was so charming, and I thought that he had changed. The next day, he completely ignored me, and I felt so bad. Will you report me?
No, and do not worry. He will not be able to taint your reputation. I will not let him. The games that he played have caught up with him, and he is trying to bring you down with him. But next time, please be transparent with me. If you had told me, I would have been prepared and known that he had more plans for me.
I do not deserve your kindness. I will make sure that you are protected.
If you do anything to Kayla, you will face my wrath. I have the resources to reveal every dirty secret that you have. You are not a very smart spy. You used your personal devices on our company's Wi-Fi. The things I could do to you.
Whatever, nerd. Just stay away from me. Get a life or something.
I would tell you to get a life. Give me an address to ship the rest of your stuff. Parker? I guess I will just throw him out.
You will scream when you find out what I heard.
What?
Apparently, he roofied a girl at a club. Her brothers found out and beat him to a pulp. Now he is in the hospital.
You lie.
I tell you, it happened yesterday. I will send you the pics later.
Karma sure does work fast. After Parker recovered, he had to flee the city because he had so many enemies who wanted to hurt him. No one has heard from him ever since. Opie continued to work at her company in peace. They were also able to file a lawsuit against the rival company that stole their info, and they ended up winning. Opie has now taken a break from work so that she can prepare to give birth to her and Sam's baby.